Whatever could you want from me?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned? How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmaster. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among... You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops, I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would you ask such a thing? A letter? Oh, you've made quite the discovery. Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, it will allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
You wish me to return? At once, Master. Oh,
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen. We're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
Tis silent as the grave here. I've a mind to sing.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Now to report to Captain Brandt. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we... shan't lose up. Away.
We seem to have arrived without issue, but are we safe here? That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
How might I be of service? Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So, before you check the price, just remember, misers die. Hope to see you again.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
Let's take it easy today. Hasn't anyone got plans expecting up?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Greetings. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
Always a pleasure.
Over here, if you please. Here we are.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I... Always a pleasure.
Now there's a hassle I could do without.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I have been unable to uncover aught of use through my own channels. Though I am loath to ask this, is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty. Have you reconsidered the matter of investigating the false sovereign? Should you infiltrate one of the palace's masquerades, I am confident that you, as the true sovereign, I've no doubt this is a matter best left in your hands. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever oath. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Here. This should suffice to help you blend. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah. There is masquerades being as they are. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara.
But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign?
I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Diza. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.
There is much we ought to tend to. If do not forget that we work to serve the city.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Always another errand.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road? Despite the hour? Much obliged. Well met, sir.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
Must be my way to Coke Road again.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
We've arrived. Just we shall remain here.
That's acting up today.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you... I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Yes, take it easy today.
Our soldiers need better training.
I don't have enough to do.
Oh, could use a rest. Would that all I gave.
Coming, Master.
solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Isn't there anything else to be taken care of?
The rules at your neck. There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a tale to tell. You know where to find me. This inspires naught but misgivings. Well met, sir.
Mustn't neglect my ledger.
Go on, have a look.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.